Let's talk pesticides.
We asked Dr. David Pinzon, Regulatory Affairs Manager at Corteva Agriscience.
Pesticides for agriculture in general, you can divide them into herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides. Of course, herbicides control plants, fungicides control fungi, and insecticides control insects. So why do we need to control these pests? The first one, and most important, is maximize access to nutrients. If a plant can access nutrients, it's going to grow better. So I like this graph. It's about root systems of prairie plants, but it helps me to show my point about accessing to nutrients in the soil. So let's think that the plant that you're trying to grow is this one that I circle in blue. If you're trying to grow this plant and all the other plants are weeds, these weeds are competing for resources. These roots are just getting in the way of this blue plant that I want to grow. And even though the plant is growing, it's not growing to its full potential because it has competition. It's like anything in life. If there is competition for nutrients, they're still going to be able to grow, but they will not grow as well. So that's the first point, accessing at the root level. This is a picture that I took 2 years ago in one of our field trials. Before I joined Corteva, I had no idea what it means not applying a herbicide. I was like, well, I know herbicides are important to control weeds, but I didn't know how it looked like. This is how it looks like. This is a trial, and we have sections that are about 2 or 3 meters wide, where we have different treatments. The one in yellow is one that was treated. This one is not treated. So you can see how this wheat plant is growing nice, while here there are weeds all over the place. This is an image where you can see kind of up close the untreated section in yellow next to the treated one, where you see all these cleavers just getting on the way of these wheat plants. The wheat still gonna grow. You could harvest, but the grain is gonna be contaminated with the seeds of the weeds. The plants are not gonna grow as much grain, as good of a quality. So definitely important to control these weeds. And it's not that we're planting these weeds. These weeds are present because they disperse. They have a great ability to disperse across the fields. Another reason, think about coffee rust. And there is so many different rusts in so many different plants. When rust affects the leaves of a plant, it affects its ability to undergo photosynthesis. Because when all these cells are killed by the rust, then they're not functional anymore. They will not do photosynthesis. So the plant cannot make their own nutrients through the sunlight. There's another one, Sclerotinia in canola. So what Sclerotinia does, which is a fungi, it starts growing inside the stem until it creates these kind of rocks, and sclerotia. And what it does is it just disrupts the stem, and it disrupts its ability to transport nutrients across the plant. So these are just a few examples on how pests disrupt the ability of plants to grow efficiently. Sometimes they kill them, sometimes they don't, but the least they can do is affecting the ability of the plant to reach its full potential. Some images here of insects, for example, so these aphids chewing from a corn plant, or some fungi that are disrupting these leaves and of course affecting the ability of the plant to undergo photosynthesis. And pesticides are not unique to agriculture. You probably have used pesticides at home. If you have a pet, you may have treated your dog for fleas with a shampoo. This shampoo has an insecticide. For humans, we don't call it a pesticide. It's regulated by Health Canada too, by a different division, but an antifungal cream is effectively controlling a pest. A fungi growing in your skin, it would be a pest.